What's good, Lumineers? My Lorcana fam out there. AZ Aquaman here with another video for you guys. I know it's been a little bit since I posted any deck profiles or gameplays on my Amber Ruby Mufasa. So, this here is a deck profile on the Amber Ruby Mufasa deck I took into a win-a-box tourney over Discord. I'm going to talk about that here for a little bit in a sec on my experiences on it, my matchups, what was played, who won. So here we go. We're gonna talk about this before we hit up the deck profile. So with this Discord online win-a-box, first off, it was badass. It went completely smooth. I was very impressed with how well it was ran, to be honest with you guys. There's definitely going to be more, tournaments in the future. The bigger the community in this Discord, the better the prizing, the better the tournament. Definitely good people, good players so far. No complaints there. Other thing that I think was a bonus is so far there's no douchebags in the community yet. Let's keep it that way. I like that. That's a bonus. There was no cheating going on. Everyone was playing well. It was just, like I said, I was very impressed with how that Discord online box tourney turned out and how it was ran. So with that said, I'm going to give props and a big shout out and thank you to the man himself, the OG Wizard, which is the host for the tourney. And check out the description down below on his Discord. The Discord is Lore Match, I believe. And the host is the OG Wizard. Thank you for that box tourney, bro. That ran very well. I was very impressed. And so now, on to the next thing to talk about. We'll talk about my matchups. Oh, actually, before we talk about my matchups, hey, really, you gotta do that? Do you really have to do that here? Okay. Before we talk about my matchups, you guys need to check out this Discord and this webcam deal. I know they took away Pixelborn from us, so a lot of people aren't able to practice or play with as much, I guess, good and competitive players, and we have some of that here on this Discord. So, us as a community will get better as a player while we play each other, we test other, decks and all that stuff. So check out the Discord Lore Match. It's a good way to practice. They took away Pixelborn from us, but we got this now. So you guys need to check this out. I promise you won't be disappointed. All right, on to my matchups now, so I don't ramble on too much, so I can get to the deck profile. We did 5 rounds of Swiss before the top 8 cut. Okay, I don't remember the exact order of my rounds, but my matchups were one Emerald Steel, 2 Ruby Sapphires, 1 Ruby Amethyst, and then 1 Sapphire Steel was my 5 matchups into the Swiss. And then I racked up enough points to get the 2nd seed coming into the top 8, which is nice because the higher seeds do get to pick if they want to go first on the first match, which is nice. And then obviously in the top 8, Mufasa and I couldn't get it done, guys. We ran into an Emerald Steel on the first round of top 8. It was a good ass game though, okay? It was a good game. We went to game 3. It was super epic, but Mufasa and I couldn't get it done. Props to the Emerald Steel player. Yeah, so we took 5th overall in this tourney, and I'm gonna present to you guys my deck list on what I'm taking. The more I play tested and the more I played, throughout the tourney, I am gonna probably make 1 or 2 more changes to the deck. Set championship is around the corner, and you guys know that, so we got to get ready for that. With that said, check out my boy OG Wizard's Discord, Lore Match. All the info's down at the description. Also, thank you guys for all the support that you've given me, and I mean, might as well hit that like and subscribe button if you guys want to. With that said, here we go. The deck profile. And it's got a new name. It's not Scarfasa. We're just gonna call this Redfasa Shift. Redfasa Shift deck. And here we go. Let's check it out. One more thing. I completely forgot to give a shout out to the Win-A-Box winner. Total badass, you know. Trinali, I believe, was his Discord. I played him a few times online. He's a good guy, good player. But he won the whole thing, and he took a hyper aggro Amber Amethyst deck and took the whole thing. So props to you for blasting out that super aggressive deck, brother. I think that's it. I think that's the only thing I missed. So onto the deck profile. All right, on to the deck profile of the Amber Ruby Redfasa Shift deck. So up first, we got the 1-drops. We've got 4 Mulans here, coming in at 2 damage. So hence the name Redfasa Shift. You have Little Mulan, which means I'm probably playing the Big Mulan, so that's a shift target. Another one here is Queen. We play 4 Queens. She's another shift target for the Big Queen. I'll explain some of the card choices and card stuff after the deck profile if you guys want to check that out after. Some of the combo stuff I can do with it. So we can get through this deck profile quicker. Flynn Rider, because he's awesome against slower control guys. He'll steal you a handful of lures, definitely. So I stick with the Flynn Rider. And, you know, if he doesn't pop off, that's okay. He's a 2/2 body. You can just trade off or use him as an ink. So it's not a big deal. Next 2-drop, pretty standard in a Ruby Amethyst, or Ruby Amethyst, sorry. Amber Ruby deck. Mother Gothel comes in 3 damage, so it can get healed out by Rapunzel to give us that draw 3. Another draw engine here for us. Julieta Madrigal. You can remove up to 2 damage from a character and then draw a card. So remember, guys, this doesn't have to be just your character. You can remove damage to any character and then draw the card. We have Little Sisu. So another shift target. Yes, I'm running the big Sisu. So this is another shift target here. Very good synergy with Flynn, Frenemy, because early game, more than likely your opponent has, you know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 cards in hand, and it's just big strength right next to Flynn, and you guys are just stealing lures like crazy at that point, unless someone answers Flynn. So I'm teching 1 Prince Eric. The 1 Prince Eric, I just use because it works well with Teeth and Ambition. I do run some Teeth and Ambitions here. It does help with removals, and especially the bigger characters, because when bigger characters get played, this deck tends to have a rough time dealing against it. But he's just a nice 2-quest person that is, if it is answered and he's banished, you can banish any other character, chosen character. Yep. And of course, one of the main event cards here, that's a must at 4, Rapunzel. Rapunzel will win you games if you continually draw with her. And having a 1/5 stat with a 2 lore to quest, she's a badass. And the other main event guy here, my boy Mufasa. Everyone knows Mufasa. I have nothing else to say for Mufasa. Mufasa's awesome. He basically does what he wants when he's on board. So yeah, Mufasa. You of course have to have Maui here, because Maui will crush and run into basically anything and everything.
and handle business for you guys. He is a very good spot removal there. And then we have the big queen because we play little queen for the shift. She helps out because when she quests, you can have opposing character -4 attack and then another character +4, where you essentially am just removing another character without taking any damage at all, or very minimal damage. So I'm running 3 Madame Medusa. So the one change I think I will do, I'm gonna try it out. The one Prince Eric I am running most of the time in the tournament, and then I tested a handful more times after the tourney. I would have rather had the Medusa than the Prince most of the time, because most of the threats need to be handled right off the bat, and then just playing the Medusa and handling I don't know, Rapunzel's, Mother Gothel's, Hiram's, Flynn Riders, Merfolk's, Beasts, Diablo, Ursula's. There's so many things that Medusa can just handle right off the bat by playing her. As good as Prince Eric is, because he's able to basically pop anything, he's a lot slower. And now in the meta, what I've noticed, especially in, like I said, in that tournament, I would have rather had the Medusa in hand than Eric in a lot of my games. So I'm probably just gonna max out on the Madame Medusa. We'll try it out. So this card right here, it's I think it's like 50-50. Some people say it's bad, it's not good, and the other side, like me, I think this card is fucking amazing. So I run 4 big Mulans here. We have the other shift target right here for little Mulan. Big Mulan, I don't know, man. She's insane, hitting 5 on shift and then able to spread 2 more 5 damage to any characters. Basically wiping them out is insane. And on top of that, even if your opponent is reading whatever you're doing, like if you have an unexerted little Mulan and they think you have this in hand, I mean, I think it's just a mindfuck on its own, because whether you have this in hand, keeping the Mulan unexerted, it makes your opponent second guess whether they want to exert one of their characters or not, because they might get a clap back from Big Mulan. So I think she's really good, and she's gonna stay at 4 for a while, for me at least. And then we have Stitch, which has awesome stats, a 4/8 body that can quest for 2. Is pretty damn good. And on top of that, when he's played and you have 2 more other characters, you get to draw 2 cards. So he's another source of draw engine. And here is our other shift target right here, Big Sisu. So in the tournament, I don't think I popped off Big Sisu once, even on the shift. I don't even think I shifted once in the tourney. And the only time Sisu won me a game is because I was at 17 lore, and then I just hard casted this Sisu and passed turn, and my opponent couldn't answer it. So, and then next turn I just quested for 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess sometimes that happens, but it's just another nice option to deal with the little critters running around here. So that's a good shift target there. And then we run 2 Maleficent Dragons because 1, she's inkable, so that's awesome. And 2, she basically runs over anything, locations, characters, whatever it is. And then when she's played, you banish anything you want. All right, so we're moving on to my non-characters. I run 6 non-character cards here. We run 2 Brawls just because of all the little critters running around. You guys know what I'm talking about. I was running at 3 but I had to replace it for another card, and I'll show you guys here in a second. 2's been working out for me because I do run 3 Teeth and Ambitions. Good synergy with the deck. It's just nice to damage some of my guys while killing little guys on the other side. And then, you know, having Julieta Madrigal or Rapunzel Helium so we can draw extra cards. And then the one card I am teching in that I took 1 brawl from is B-Prep. Because I will sometimes be in sticky situations where you just need to clear the board or you're gonna lose. This actually won me a game at the tourney. I was playing against an Emerald Steel, and well, after I casted this, he legit said, I did not expect you to be playing a B-Prep, especially in a Mufasa deck build like that. But yes, I'm teching 1 in. So what he did was he essentially put out all his hand, or most of it. You know, he threw down a couple of Flynn Riders and something else, I don't remember. But he already had I think 2 or 3 other characters on board already. So he just laid out his hand, and then I played B-Prep. Oh, and on top of that, that turn I had Mufasa and other character. So Mufasa and other character quests, I cast B-Prep, Mufasa dies, and then Mufasa hits a big Mulan off that trigger, and then it just snowballed from there, and then we won that game. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep B-Prep at 1 still. It doesn't hinder me, it doesn't clog my hand. I think it's just a good reset if we really need to. So B-Prep will stay. All right, now on to some of the, I guess, combo stuff you can do. So with Teeth, what I did is, like right here, this would be a good combo right here. You can get like a +2 off this. So not only can you quest for 2, then have one of your characters sing Teeth, do 2 damage and pop your own Prince Eric, and then do 2 damage to Diablo. And then when Eric banishes him, or gets banished because of Teeth and Ambition, he triggers, and then you can pop like a Beast or a Robin Hood, which, you know, I've done that before. So that's just like a nice little cool thing you can do there. As far as the, let's see. So the Queens, the Mulans, we'll go with this. Just things I do. So obviously, you know, things like this. Like Mulan hits hard when it's shifted, but once she's on board, she's only a 2/6. So, I mean, the Queen helps big time with that. You quest with the Queen, pump out Mulan, and now Mulan's hitting for a 6. Mulan's hitting for 6 now. 6 spread damage. Or what you can do, you know, like I said, keep the Queen there, have a Mulan there, because you'd have a Mulan in hand. So what you can do, what happens if your opponent exerts a character, you're gonna punish them hardcore, because what you're gonna do, I guess it doesn't matter the order, you can quest with the Queen, pump up Mulan, minus 4 something else, and then, you know, exert 5 and then play Mulan. So that's +4 from the Queen and then +3 from shifting. That's nuts. So you're hitting what, 9? Oh no, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Okay. Another thing is you can do the opposite way, where let's say you could just, I've done this before, where I have enough ink where I would just hard cast a normal Mulan and then hard cast a Mulan while I already have a Queen on board. Okay. and then pass turn. I mean, sometimes players will freaking hesitate. They're not going to exert because, you know, you have big Mulan, and then they think there's a possibility that there is a big Mulan in hand, okay? So they do hesitate. And I've had it happen before where they will skip their turn and not exert anything for a couple turns, which is fine. So with this, let's say they did exert, okay? You can surprise them with queen because of this. It's only a 2-cost shift, which is crazy. So you can even literally wipe the board down with this. So you having 7 in the inkwell, like if they exerted, it's like crazy. So they exert and whatever. They have 4 or 5 characters on board. They exert 2 characters. It's like, that's nuts. Because on your turn, you're gonna pay 2 to shift queen and quest, and then pump up this Mulan. This Mulan will be hitting for 6. So you tag one of their guys and then do 6 more damage to other people, and then pay your 5, shift over this Mulan, and then do the same thing. Tag his other, and then tag 5 or 2 more characters with 5. You basically board wipe them. But yeah, it's like these things aren't hard to pull, guys. Like, it happens. That's why having these shifts, it's good to know when to just play out some of these little characters on board, or vice versa, mixing up these characters just like this, because when you have these shifts, they're good synergy. So that's the way I use them. Other than that, it's pretty standard build, yeah. So you guys noticed that I did take out all my ramping cards like Gaston and Pluto. I'm gonna try it out again because I love this deck and I just love trying new things with it. So I'm gonna give it a go. I do have an idea on what to do with the Gastons. The Plutos, I don't know, because I like the Shift Queen a lot in this deck. So I don't think I want to remove the small queen for the Pluto, but the Gaston, we might be able to make room for him, because ramping, you know, turn 4, being able to hit a 6-drop character on turn 4 is really good. But we'll see. So anyways, yep, this is my recent build so far. I'll try out the other builds, but as of right now, set championship is just around the corner, so this is probably going to be my base on what I'm going to bring, and then maybe tweak it up a little bit. But I will try out the back the ramp style, like the Gastons and stuff like that, just to give it a go again. And other than that, thank you guys for your support, and if you're watching the videos anyways, might as well just hit and like that like button. No, hit and subscribe. Hit and smash that subscribe and like button. I can't even talk. Anyways, yeah. If you guys want to do that, of course. No one's forcing you guys to do that. Anyways, keep an eye out on my next few videos. We'll be doing some gameplays on this, so you guys can check it out in action. Other than that, all right. Peace.